Welcome to the story of Nestle, one of the largest food and beverage companies in the world. From its humble beginnings in Switzerland to its global presence today, Nestle has undergone many changes and faced numerous challenges throughout its history. Join us as we explore the company's journey, from its early days to recent years, and learn how it has become the iconic brand we know today. Nestle, one of the world's largest food and beverage companies, has a long and fascinating history that dates back to 1866, when Henry Nestle founded the company in Vevey, Switzerland. Henry Nestle was a pharmacist who developed a food product for infants who were unable to breastfeed. The infant mortality rate was high at the time, and many parents struggled to find a suitable alternative to breast milk. Henry Nestle's product, called Farine Lactide, was made from a combination of cow's milk, wheat flour, and sugar. The product was a hit with parents as it provided infants with the nutrition they needed to survive. Henry Nestle's success with Farine Lactide led to the expansion of his product line, and he began producing condensed milk and chocolate. In 1875, Nestle introduced its first condensed milk product, which quickly became popular throughout Europe. Condensed milk was a convenient alternative to fresh milk as it could be stored for long periods without spoiling. In the 1880s, Nestle began producing chocolate, which would become one of the company's most successful products. Nestle's milk chocolate, which was introduced in 1904, became particularly popular and helped to establish the company's reputation as a producer of high-quality chocolate. Nestle's success in Europe led the company to expand internationally, and it opened its first office in London in 1868. In 1905, Nestle opened an office in the United States, and it began producing its products in the country in the 1910s. Nestle's products were in high demand during World War I, as they were a source of nutrition for soldiers. The company's condensed milk was particularly important as it could be transported and stored easily. After establishing itself as a successful food and beverage company in Europe, Nestle began to expand internationally in the early 20th century as the company established operations in new markets around the world. In the 1920s and 1930s, Nestle began to expand into Latin America and Asia, which would become important markets for the company in the years to come. One of the keys to Nestle's success in international markets was its ability to adapt its products to local tastes and preferences. In the 1930s, for example, Nestle introduced Nescafe to Brazil, where it quickly became popular. However, the company had to adapt the product to suit local tastes, as Brazilians prefer their coffee sweet and with milk. Nestle was able to successfully adapt the product, and Nescafe became one of the company's most successful products in Brazil and other Latin American countries. In addition to adapting its products, Nestle also invested heavily in marketing and advertising in international markets. The company used a variety of marketing strategies, including television commercials, print ads, and sponsorship of sporting events, to promote its products and establish brand recognition in new markets. Nestle's international expansion continued into the 21st century as the company established operations in new markets in Africa and the Middle East. In 2007, Nestle acquired Gerber Products Company, a leading producer of baby food in the United States, which helped to strengthen the company's position in the infant nutrition market. After World War II, Nestle continued to expand its product offerings and global presence. In the late 1940s and early 1950s, the company introduced a number of new products, including Nesquik chocolate milk and Maggi soup cubes, which became popular in many markets around the world. In the 1950s and 1960s, Nestle continued to focus on expanding its operations in developing countries. The company established factories and distribution networks in many countries in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, which helped to drive growth and increase access to Nestle products in these regions. One of the most significant developments in Nestle's post-World War II history was the acquisition of several key companies, including Rowntree McIntosh in the United Kingdom and Carnation Company in the United States. These acquisitions helped to expand Nestle's product offerings and market share in key markets around the world. In the 1970s and 1980s, Nestle continued to expand its product offerings, introducing new products such as Kit Kat candy bars and Perrier bottled water. The company also began to focus more on nutrition and health, introducing products like Carnation Instant Breakfast and Nestum Infant Cereal. During this time, Nestle also faced a number of challenges related to its business practices. In the 1970s, the company faced criticism over its promotion of infant formula in developing countries, which was seen as contributing to malnutrition and infant mortality. Nestle was also criticized for its use of palm oil, which was linked to deforestation and habitat destruction. In response to these criticisms, Nestle has taken steps to improve its business practices and become a more responsible corporate citizen. The company is committed to sourcing sustainable palm oil and has developed a range of products aimed at promoting healthier diets and lifestyles. During the 1970s and 1980s, Nestle continued to expand its product portfolio and global reach, while also facing a number of challenges related to its business practices. One of the major developments during this time was the launch of Nespresso, a premium coffee system that allowed consumers to make high-quality espresso drinks at home. Nespresso was initially launched in Switzerland and later expanded to other markets around the world. Today, Nespresso is one of Nestle's most successful brands and has helped to drive growth in the company's coffee and beverage business. In the 1980s, Nestle faced criticism over its marketing practices, particularly related to its infant formula products. The company was accused of aggressively promoting formula in developing countries, where breastfeeding was often the best and most affordable option for mothers. This led to malnutrition and infant mortality in some cases, and Nestle was accused of putting profits ahead of the health and well-being of infants and mothers. As a result of these criticisms, Nestle adopted a new marketing code for infant formula in 1981, which aimed to ensure that its marketing practices were in line with World Health Organization (WHO) guidelines. The code included restrictions on advertising and promotion of formula and emphasized the importance of breastfeeding as the best option for infant nutrition. In addition to the challenges related to its marketing practices, Nestle also faced criticism over its use of palm oil, which was linked to deforestation and habitat destruction. In response, the company committed to sourcing sustainable palm oil and implemented a range of initiatives aimed at promoting responsible and sustainable business practices. The 1990s and 2000s were a time of significant change for Nestle, as the company faced a range of challenges related to its business practices, while also continuing to expand its product portfolio and global reach. One of the major developments during this time was the acquisition of several key brands, including Perrier, Gerber, and San Pellegrino. These acquisitions helped to strengthen Nestle's position in the global beverage and baby food markets and contributed to the company's continued growth and success. However, Nestle also faced a number of challenges during this period, including criticism over its marketing practices and use of palm oil. In 1997, the company was accused of violating the WHO's infant formula marketing code in several countries, leading to a boycott of Nestle products by health activists and consumers. In response to these criticisms, Nestle launched a series of initiatives aimed at promoting responsible marketing and ethical business practices. The company also began to focus on sustainability, implementing a range of initiatives aimed at reducing its environmental footprint and promoting sustainable business practices. In 2005, Nestle faced a significant challenge when it was revealed that its products in Asia were contaminated with melamine, a toxic chemical used in plastics. The contamination led to the deaths of several infants and caused widespread outrage among consumers and health authorities. Nestle responded quickly to the crisis, launching a global recall of affected products and implementing new quality control measures to prevent future contamination. The company also worked closely with governments and health authorities to address the issue and restore consumer confidence in its products. In recent years, Nestle has continued to expand its product portfolio and global reach through a range of strategic initiatives and acquisitions. The company is focused on innovation, introducing new products such as plant-based meat alternatives and low-sugar chocolate. Nestle has also prioritized sustainability, committing to achieving net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050 and implementing a range of initiatives aimed at reducing waste and promoting sustainable sourcing practices. The company has faced some challenges in recent years, including criticism over its use of palm oil and the exploitation of child labor in its cocoa supply chain. Nestle has responded to these criticisms by implementing new policies and initiatives aimed at addressing these issues and promoting responsible business practices. Thank you for joining us on the journey through the history of Nestle. From its early days to its present-day global presence, we have seen how Nestle has grown and evolved, while also facing challenges and criticism. Through it all, the company has remained committed to innovation, sustainability, and responsible business practices. We hope you enjoyed learning about the story of Nestle, and we look forward to seeing how the company continues to shape the food and beverage industry in the years to come.